Hey, hi, hello creatives, welcome back or to my channel. My name is Lindsay and today we are diving into my reading journal. However, this is my reading journal technically from 2022. I'm really trying to catch up on all of my spreads that I wanted to do in that journal so I can do a final flip through for you guys. I'm going to, like this one, I'm only doing one spread in this video, but I have two more videos coming out and I'm actually going to do them as like a part 1 and part 2, and there's going to be a couple of spreads in each of those videos, so stay tuned for those. But today we are doing a spread for the book Where the Crawdads Sing, and this one was actually very entertaining for me. I really liked it. What I did for this journal is any kind of book that I rated like as a 4 or 5 star, I ended up doing a collage type spread like this for those books. And, you know, most recently I did it for Normal People that I can leave linked here if you missed that one. And yeah, so I kind of, any book that kind of stood out to me that I really enjoyed and really liked, I decided to do a spread like this for. And any book that I still enjoyed, but, you know, that I read that wasn't anything spectacular, it was just kind of okay, I ended up just doing a spread to kind of, you know, give the statistics over the book when I read it, you know, like who it was by, the genre, format, all of that kind of fun stuff, and then just a big photo of the cover. So for these books that I really enjoyed and really liked, I decided to do this type of spread for them. And this is very much me. I didn't do any writing in any of these spreads that I did, you know, this type of style for, because this is how I tell myself that I really liked it. English was never my strong suit. I'm a math girl. You know, numbers are my jam. You know, English is my first language and my only language, but it's still something I've always struggled with. I've always had trouble with reading something and then my brain wanders and then I have to read that same paragraph over and over until I kind of, you know, my brain is, you know, puts me into the book. And most recently, like, this is why I really enjoyed Normal People, because it really allowed me to envision the book as I was reading it, as well as this book as well. The first couple of chapters, it took me a little bit to get into. I felt like it was a little slow for the first couple of chapters, but then I just, you know, I got hooked right in and I needed to know what happened. It was a very lovely story. It had like so much, it wasn't like super thrilling by any means. It didn't like, but it just kept me on my toes. It was just a beautiful story for two people, and, you know, with a little twist at the end, and like, I just really enjoyed it. And again, I do these types of spreads because, as you can tell, like, I can't articulate myself properly. And when I do reviews for, at least when I was doing reviews in Goodreads and stuff for 2022, when I would read a book, I would always kind of base my review on somebody else's and like tweak mine a little bit based on somebody else's that I read, just because I'm not able to articulate my feelings in such a way that like is extraordinary, or like I just like, and like other people can read my reviews on Goodreads, and that to me is just seems like kind of intimidating. Public speaking for me is just a nightmare, and that for a review that everyone can see just, you know, has me a little anxious over it. But I got over it pretty quickly in 2023. This is why I made a rating chart for myself for 2023, so that it's just, if it falls within these categories, this is the rate that I give it. And I'm a mood reader. There's going to be certain moods that I'm in that I want a light, fluffy, you know, love story. And then there's going to be times where I want something a little bit more serious and a little bit more of substance to it. And this one felt like that. It definitely had that romantic, you know, love story side of it, but it was also like real. It dealt with like real stuff. And I like, not heavy things by any means, but just, you know, it was more substance than just a fluffy romance. And again, nothing wrong with fluffy romances. I dig that shit. I dig it. But for, you know, this type of stuff, I I just, sometimes I like to read something a little bit more there. So I didn't quite know what I was doing or how I wanted any of these pages to look. So, they're kind of not necessarily going to look all over the place, but, the spread came together kind of quickly. But again, I didn't really quite know the direction I was going in because this was only the second one that I did. So I didn't really have a feel quite for it. But I put the title on it. I put what I rated it. And this one I rated 4.5 stars. And I think I also put the dates that I read it. So I read this between May 2nd and May 8th of 2022, which for me, reading a book that quickly for me is uber impressive because I'm a slow reader. And I don't remember how many pages this was, but I feel like it was, over 300. And so, but it got to, I've never experienced, and it's funny, but I only started reading in 2022, like legitimately reading in 2022. So this is only the second book that I read in 2022. And this is why it has like these first couple of books have like a special place for me. But I read a book prior to the movie coming out. I've always used to watch the movie and then never read the book because that was just me. But it was really cool to know that I read this book prior to the movie coming out, which funny enough, I haven't even seen the movie just yet. I know it's on Amazon Prime, but I have not even seen it yet. But I will watch it for sure because I read the book before the movie came out. And I know I've repeated myself a couple of times, but I'm just very proud of that. And I enjoy this little reading journey that I've, been on over like through 2022. And I read 17 books in 2022. And I'm going to, again, I'm going to have 2 more videos come out of a part 1 and part 2. I think 3 spreads in one, 4 in another. And I'm going to do the 2022 flip through for you guys. Hopefully it's something you're still interested in seeing. So hopefully that's something you would want to see, but because I'm going to put it out there. So I know I didn't talk about what I'm doing on the page all that much, but you can see that I just kind of arranged the photos on how is appealing to my eye. I added in some scrapbook paper of the blue and orange because it went with the book, as well as I added in some stickers and some doodles around the photos of what I liked. And I had this big dragonfly sticker, which I thought was very suiting, especially if you have read the book. She's into a lot of bugs and insects and insects. I think that's the word I was looking for. But yeah, so again, really enjoyed this book. It has a special place in my heart, and I hope you liked this spread. So I want to thank you so much for watching. If you made it this far, I hope you like, comment, share, subscribe, do all of the things, and I'll see you very soon in my next one. Bye.